Next, I'd like to bring up a member of the Tea Party Coalition nationwide. He's one of the original founders of the Tea Party movement. He represents the Patriot Action Network. Please welcome Eric Odom.
Thank you. As Howard said, it's very good to be here in Nebraska, especially good for me, and I'll tell you why. I'm from the conservative city and state of Chicago, Illinois. Get some boos and some yays. 58% unemployment, that's right. No, it's good to be here in Nebraska. It's great to be amongst a crowd of this size, and you'll hear from Amy Kramer here in a little while, and we've got a couple others that were involved back to February 19th of 2009 when Rick Santelli, anybody remember Rick Santelli's infamous rant? On February 19th, February 19th and February 20th, Amy Kramer and a couple of those on this bus and probably 10 others got on a conference call and began planning over 24 to 48 hours what we would call the nationwide Chicago Tea Party. And then 7 days later, you remember? Yeah. Yep. David? Wow, there's one of the originals right there. I've never met the man, but I've seen his picture. Yeah, David West. Give him a hand. Wow. It's good to see you, man. 2.5 years now we've been going back and forth through email. There was a crowd of probably 20 or 30 people over the span of that week that organized there was 25 that were organizing the conference calls, and we used a wiki. And then on February 27th of 2009, with no money, no real organization skills whatsoever, we had a tea party in 42 cities, resulting in 30,000 people coming out. That is amazing. And then, of course, on February 28th, we launched taxdayteaparty.com. On April 15th, more than 850 tea parties occurred, resulting in more than 1 million folks coming out. All with a crowd about this size driving what happened to create that historic day. In 2012, we've got to carry that on and do it again. And not only do it again, but do it in a much, much bigger way. Because, you know, we hear often that Obama is going to be easy to beat in 2012. I don't think so. I don't think so. In Illinois, you know, we see the control that they have over our state and the policy and the agenda that they've enacted. If you look at Illinois right now, we're $13.5 billion in debt. You know what they did to fix that in January? Raised taxes 67%. You know what the result of that tax increase is? We lost 7,200 jobs in June, and we lost almost 25,000 jobs in July. That's the policy and the agenda that is now in Washington, D.C. And even though you're somewhat safe from that, you know, there's still some problems in Nebraska, but you're somewhat safe from that right now. That's what they want to bring to Nebraska. Got to stop it. Can't let it happen. When you leave here today, make sure that you network with people. Shake hands to those on both sides before it's over, and make sure that it becomes habitual in everything you do every single day. Make phone calls, visit neighbors, get the numbers out there, because I guarantee you that's what our opposition is doing. We made history in 2009. Let's make history again in 2012 and get this ship righted. So thank you so much for coming.